Hey, it's Tom here from The Wealthy Walker, and thanks for checking out the channel. This is my long overdue portfolio update. Of course, do subscribe to the channel if you're interested in investing, that new investor perspective on trading stocks and crypto. So a little bit of background, my name is Tom and I have been investing now since late January, early February of 2021. It's safe to say that starting investing around this time has been super unlucky. The stock market has been up and down, and let's not get into crypto. Saying that, I've actually really enjoyed these last few months. I'm learning a ton about investing, about crypto and stocks and shares in general. If you do find this kind of content helpful, of course click that like button and let me know in the comments below as to how you found The Wealthy Walker, what kind of information you found useful, anything that you can relate to on your own journey. So, where have I been these last few months, and how do I possibly sum up what have I been doing with my investments? So, April, May and June. Let's go back to April. April was another relatively rough month. Started out really well, I started to recover with my stocks, things were doing okay, and then right at the end of the month, oh dear. Saying that, I didn't lose faith. I knew this was part of the process, and I just had to chalk it down to the fact that I got in at a really tough time with my investments. My prices were quite high in the stocks that I wanted to be invested in, and just to remind myself really that it is a 3 to 5 year plan, with a lot of these stocks being long-term holds for me. So May came along, and safe to say there was a lot more red to come. And so May was just another shocker. And because I changed my portfolio to being a lot riskier, I went from being 4 or 5% down to over 20% down on my investment. Guys, when you're new to investing and you're down 20%, it hurts a lot. I wasn't going for meme stocks here. This was like proper reliable companies, and they weren't mega risks either. There were some solid reliable ones in there too that I just believe in. At the same time, crypto was going through some changes too. I mean, in April, Bitcoin started to drop, and there was a lot of fear, uncertainty and doubt about Bitcoin. I started to read some dodgy articles about Bitcoin, and I even fell for a lot of this trash as well. I actually ended up selling my Bitcoin and investing more of my money into altcoins like Ethereum, Solana and Cardano. I even put money in Litecoin, thinking that would be a safer bet than Bitcoin too. It just shows, doesn't it, when you're new to investing, you fall for all this nonsense that's put out there on the internet. Fortunately, I did see the light, and I realised that Bitcoin wasn't terribly bad for the environment. It was just Elon Musk putting a lot of rubbish out there to scare people and make people sell their Bitcoin. After the fear, uncertainty and doubt with Bitcoin, May was really strange because Ethereum hit all-time highs. I'd got super lucky with my investments in Ethereum. I was up over 100% from getting in early in February, and I was just riding the wave with Ethereum. And then all of a sudden, boom, Ethereum just dropped out of nowhere, and I experienced my first real hit of volatility in cryptocurrencies. Of course, being a new investor and reading all the articles and the news, there was lots of talk about Ethereum hitting a $10,000 mark, and I just thought, well, I've invested in Ethereum like I have with my stocks and shares for the long term. I didn't want to then just cash out a few profits because it had done well. What if the price never came down again? And so I just felt like it was best to leave everything in there. Of course, being a new investor, I didn't take any profits, and hindsight, maybe I should have done, because the prices have dropped significantly from those highs in May. And so June came around, and once again I'm sitting down looking through everything, and I'm deciding where is my money best served. During this time, I'm also now following a lot of people on YouTube. I've got a lot of different sources for information. I'm subscribed to several platforms. I'm totally well and truly absorbed in investing. And so I made another big bold decision in June. So at the start of June, things started to recover again within stocks and shares, and I noticed my portfolio, it gone from being 22% down to practically right up towards break even. I just couldn't believe my luck. I felt like I'd had two close shaves with recoveries, and this time I decided, well, look, it looks like the stock market's probably going to go down again. There was lots of talk about inflation at this point, and I decided to do something big and bold. I decided to cash out everything from my Train 212 portfolio. I know what you're thinking, timing the market is better than timing the market. At this point in my investment journey, I was just so enthralled in decentralized finance, cryptocurrencies, and so I made the big decision to take my money from Train 212, where it had been like this for the last few months, and instead I was going to put the majority of it into cryptocurrencies. I know what you're thinking, it's not diversified, it's risky, and I would totally agree with you. But this is where everyone's different. So for me, I really do have high tolerance with risk. I didn't realise it when I got started. I invested in some steady eddies in stocks and shares, but safe to say now I'm really interested in the future. I want to invest in something that's going to change the world potentially, and I do think that cryptocurrencies, decentralized finance, it's just where it's at right now. And there's big wars going on between traditional finance and future finance, decentralized finance. Of course, being a new investor, this is probably a mistake, leaving the stock market altogether, but over the next few months I will start to drip feed back into it. I just felt like right now, with where the prices have been at with cryptocurrency, it's at really low levels in terms of pricing. You know, things have dropped 60-70% from their all-time highs earlier this year, and I just felt like now would be a really good time to get into cryptocurrencies with my money, especially while the stock market's going through some really rocky times at the moment. There's talks of stock market crashes, inflation. Is it going to go? Is it here to stay? And so knowing that, I just can't see the stock market going to all-time highs anytime soon. I think it's going to be like this for the next few months, and that's why I believe my money's probably better served in cryptocurrency. Look guys, time will tell. This could be a huge mistake. Obviously it seems risky right now because all the cryptocurrency prices are dropping like flies. But this is why we do our research, right? We study, we look into things, and we make decisions. And I know I've made a bold one, and long term I don't see myself just being in cryptocurrencies. I love investing in stocks and shares, and I will be doing that again late summer towards the end of the year. Let's just see how things go, and I'll start to drip feed back into it as prices start to drop and I get better entries into stocks that I really like. Of course, do let me know in the comments what you think of this decision. Have I made a good decision? Should I be going all in on crypto right now when things are dropping? Or should I double down on this and put more money into crypto, leave the stock market altogether? Let me know in the comments. I really appreciate your feedback. So I think this is where my next video will begin. I'll be talking through the different cryptocurrencies that I've invested in, the platforms, the exchanges that I use, where I do my research, all that kind of stuff. Because it is really important when you're a new investor that you get good source of information. You don't want to be just relying on one dude on YouTube or one newspaper article. It's just too risky like that. Again, I am an open book, so if there are any places where you recommend I should be getting my information from, any coins that you think I should be doing research on, do let me know in the comments. So I think to summarise, it's clear that wherever there is fear, uncertainty and doubt, that's where my money's gone. And in the short term, I'm not expecting to see profits. However, over the next few years, boy am I expecting big things from decentralized finance especially, but you know, all things cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, the different platforms that I've got amazing ideas for ultimately cutting out the middleman in finance. And I just think this is where it's heading. I think everyone knows it, and the big boys are trying to delay the inevitable. So I'm getting in now whilst things are volatile, risky, there's lots of fear, but I think this is where the prices are going to be best. Fingers crossed. Over the next few months, I'm probably just going to dollar cost average into my favourite cryptocurrencies. I'm learning a lot more about staking, where I can put my coins to work so I can earn passive income, i.e. more coins. I think it's really important that in the down months like these, when prices are dropping, that you do your research on the best coins, because ultimately not all crypto assets are going to survive. So that's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the update. I'm sorry I've been quiet over the last few months. I know I haven't got a big subscriber total right now, but I'm determined to build this channel because I do believe in helping other new investors. And if my journey reveals a few insights, a few big lessons learned along the way, then it's worthwhile me doing these kind of videos. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next walk.